Welcome to your school news. I'm Shania McDuffie.
And I'm Johanna Carey. Now let's get right into the news. Today's top headlines include students participate in fun run event, Board of Education announces meeting schedule, and NHCS set to hold magnet fair. First up, we have this week's top story. Check out this video from Castle Hayne Elementary School. They recently held their Boostathon fun run in the multi-purpose room. The kids put on their running shoes to speed around the obstacles, while fun upbeat music played in the background. School staff tells us that the fun one was a huge success. Their goal was to raise $14,000, but they knocked that out of the park. The CHES family earned nearly $16,000 in pledges.
Here's your Board of Education announcements for this week. Members of the New Hanover County Board of Education will attend the Rookie of the Year celebration on Tuesday, February 18, 2020 at 12 p.m. The celebration will be held at the Cape Fear Country Club located at 1518 Country Club Road. The New Hanover County Board of Education will have a special meeting on Tuesday, February 18, 2020 at 2 p.m. in the Board of Education Center. The only items on the agenda is a closed session. And the New Hanover County Board of Education will hold a Title IX meeting on Tuesday, February 18, 2020 at 3:30 p.m. in the Board of Education Center.
Students at Williams Elementary School recently participated in Kindness Day with lessons and activities focusing on kindness. Students were also treated to a performance by storyteller Joyce Greer, who performed Harriet Tubman. This was such a wonderful event that is a great reminder that we should be kind and caring at all times to all of those who we meet. It's important to be kind because you can make people happy or make a new friend to spend time with. Kindness has the power to change the world. It has been a Williams School tradition for the students and staff to recognize the importance of simple kindness on February 14th.
Congratulations to New Haven High School junior Catherine Collin on being selected as a Service Vote Fellow. As the branch co-director and director of the communications for March for Our Lives Wilmington, she planned a peaceful 3,000-person march to end gun violence. Catherine is a trained voter registration volunteer. Service Vote Fellows work to engage young voters in the 2020 election. Congratulations again to Catherine.
New Hanover County Schools will present the 31st annual Best Foot Forward show on Friday, March 13th at the Wilson Center, located on the campus of Cape Fear Community College. Best Foot Forward will feature the brightest and most talented students from several schools, showcasing the district's arts education curriculum through music, dance, visual art, and drama. Here is a sneak peek at rehearsals for the Wrightsville Beach 2020 BFF Act. WB students and staff decided to pay tribute to our state with a melody of songs about North Carolina. Here they are rehearsing their choreography for one of that melody.
New Haven County Schools will hold its annual Magnet and Choice School Fairs on Thursday, February 20th, 2020 from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Independence Mall Center Court. The Magnet and Choice School Fair is an opportunity for the districts to share with parents and the community detailed information about programs and how to register students. Each school and invited community partners will have a table to promote their school organization. The Magnet and Choice Schools Fair will provide information on the following topics: special programs, academic programs, gifted programs, student perspectives, staff perspectives, benefits, lottery process where applicable, school calendars, and application timeline. All parents living in New Hanover County are welcome to attend. Bilingual liaisons will be available as well as a representative from Student Support Services to answer any enrollment questions that parents may have. There will be entertainment and door prizes. The event is free to attend. For more information, please visit nhcs.net.
The regular season of high school basketball wrapped up last Thursday. We were there broadcasting the boys and girls game from New Hanover High School live on NHCS TV's YouTube page. Here's some highlights from the girls' game that saw Hoggard take home the victory over New Hanover. It was an exciting game overall with a final score of 65-21. When it comes to the boys' game, New Hanover High beats Hoggard. New Hanover held a 22-point lead going into halftime and continued a strong press for the last two quarters. Final score of the game was 59 New Hanover, 46 Hoggard. Ashley girls beat Laney 62-58. But on the boys' side, it was Laney that brought home the win with a final score of 74-56 over Ashley. You can catch replays of several 2020 high school basketball games right here on NHCS TV, Spectrum Cable Channel 5. Now don't go away. We'll be right back. Your School News continues on Spectrum Cable Channel 5 and online with Apple TV and Roku. Also, make sure to look out for our red and blue logo for all the latest news in high definition on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
Welcome back to Your School News. I'm Shania McDuffie.
And I'm Johanna Carey. There's a lot going on Twitter with these days, and with our NHCS chat hashtag, you can join the conversation too. Right now, it's time for our What's Tweeting segment, all the latest NHCS news and photos that are creating a buzz on Twitter. Our first story comes to us from Trask Middle School students. There was recently challenged by 7th grade teacher Miss Adams. Recently, Miss Adams challenged her 7th grade students to plan a dinner party for 8 people with only $80. Students had to use local Food Lion ads to complete the task. Adams says she learned very quickly that these students can plan on a budget.
Some students at Alderman Elementary School had nice and encouraging words when speaking about Mae Jemison, the first African-American female woman in space. The kindergarten said she was the first black girl to go to space, and I like how she dreamed about it when she was a little girl. They continue to speak about Miss Jemison and all. What a great story for Black History Month.
Last week was Bus Driver Appreciation Week, and plenty of students and faculty showed their appreciation to our bus drivers. Thank you to all the bus drivers that are dedicating to take us from point A to point D safely and each and every day.
4th and 5th grade students from Eaton Elementary were recognized for their talents this past Monday. The student singers performed with NHCS under the Elementary All-County Chorus Concert. Congratulations to everyone that had the opportunity to participate.
At Forest Hills Elementary, the 3rd annual African American Read is in full swing. The school has tons of amazing books by African American authors in honor of Black History Month. Way to go, Mustangs! That's what's on tweeting on NHCS TV. Switching gears now, our next feature report comes to us from NASA. It's a new part of Your School News. We always aim to provide you with the best local and national school news, but we are also adding new features that are diving deep into math, science, technology. Here's NASA's Explorers.
Feeling weighed down? Feeling the constant pull to the Earth? We all are. It's gravity, and it's a part of every single thing we do, including our science. But what if we're 250 miles above Earth, aboard the International Space Station, a laboratory like no other that offers something we can't get on our home planet?
My name is Dr. Serena Anand-Chancellor, NASA astronaut. I recently flew to the International Space Station aboard Expedition 56 and 57. My relationship with microgravity is that I got to live in microgravity for 197 days when I was on orbit. So many people ask, what is microgravity? Why do you float on board the International Space Station? Gravity acts upon all objects. We're never truly in zero gravity on board the space station. But because the space station is traveling so fast around the surface of the Earth, we're actually in a constant free fall. And that's why everything and everybody appears to float on board the space station.
We are experiencing the Earth's gravity. In fact, we're actually experiencing about 90% of what you all experience on the surface of the Earth. The difference is we're just moving so fast that as we fall, we actually fall around the Earth, and that defines orbit. So microgravity means we're not, it's not the absence of mass, which of course creates gravity, but all the objects together are in the same gravitational field and all falling together. So yes, it is a lot of fun. Floating around, of course, is one of the exciting parts of being up here on board and being an astronaut. But even more importantly, it lends itself to all the amazing experiments that we can do on board that take advantage of that microgravity environment to do things that we can't do on Earth, but that can benefit life back on Earth.
The important thing is it's so different than what we have here on the ground, where everything is pulled by the Earth at what we call one force of gravity. And what that does is it allows you to see the small forces, the small processes, the small effects of what goes on in life cell development or technical processes like combustion or fluid flow. And it helps you understand things that you may not have fully understood on Earth, where you see something happening, something assembling or disassembling, or the shape of something now going into 3 dimensions. And you learn, that's really what was driving this thing on Earth that we didn't really understand.
On Earth, gravity is affecting all research we do, and sometimes that can get in the way. Studying things in different environments can give a better picture of how they work, from diseases to fires and even things that make up products like milk or shampoo.
One of the main things we perform on the ISS is science. In fact, probably 70 to 80% of our day is performing scientific experiments.
The International Space Station is a great place to do research for several perspectives. One of those is it's a big, huge satellite orbiting the Earth. So if you have an instrument that wants to look at the Earth or look out at space, we provide the power, we provide the data, the platform for it. You don't have to go do your own new satellite. The outside of the ISS is also a very extreme environment, and sometimes you learn things by exposing your hardware, your polymers or whatever, to a different environment. You'll see something happen different than what is on the Earth. But probably one of the most pervasive uses of the ISS is just the microgravity environment, the things that we do inside the ISS. To be able to do your experiment in space without gravity, which we've all lived with forever here on the ground, which we live with every day, and we don't even realize how it governs so many things that happen around us. If you take gravity away, now some of the small phenomena, some of the small processes and forces start to come out, and you can see them, and you can see the behaviors of your experiment happening differently in space and in microgravity than you would on the ground.
It takes a lot of people to make all of that microgravity science happen. 4,000 scientists, companies, and students from over 100 countries have sent more than 2,700 experiments to the orbiting laboratory. Over the past 20 years, these studies have unlocked new discoveries and even kicked off hundreds of new microgravity experiments.
We're studying the physiology of how blood flow and the fluids in our body shift as the result of microgravity.
Yesterday, I spent some time setting up a veggie experiment. We'll actually be growing Mizuna lettuce up here.
Drew and I actually have been helping start a new experiment called the Cold Atom Lab, which will create one of the coldest places in the universe right here on the space station, almost at absolute zero.
But who are these scientists? And how do they get their research to the space station? This season, we'll take you behind the scenes of the years of preparing an experiment for space. You'll see it launch off the planet and splash back down in the ocean, and hear what it's like to hand off your research to the astronauts who serve as the eyes and hands of the scientists aboard the International Space Station.
This is our first project that is going up to the station, and our first project working with anyone involved in the space program, so it's a very exciting time for us. It'll be interesting to see how all of our planning is played out when someone else has the experiment in their hands.
This is your school news on cable and online. Look for our blue logo for all the latest news online at NHCS.net. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And for the latest weather conditions, keep it right here for your exclusive Weather Plus forecast that's on the screen when you need